Welcome into Ion Market. We've got some stuff to look at today as the market continues to shape up. We are 1 week away from the release of the Megatins, so that's really exciting, and the game's going to get a lot more interesting when all those cards are more accessible as we see how those prices settle and fall out. But today, we're going to jump into this, and before we do actually jump into the content of Market Watch today, I am going to be opening up some Evolving Skies packs of Pokemon. If this is not something you're interested in, you could probably skip through. I think it's about 6 minutes to where the Market Watch picks back up, but we've been doing some live streams of those openings. People have seemed to enjoy them, and we're trying to chase down some of the cool alternate art. So if you're interested in that, we're going to jump to that first, and as soon as that opening is done, we're going to jump right into today's Ion Market. Alright guys, before we get into the Market Watch today, I just want to go ahead and crack open some of these Evolving Skies packs. If you haven't been following along the past week or two, I got a bunch of Evolving Skies. I've been doing random lives opening them up, but essentially just anything I'm opening I want to open on camera, because if I miss out on recording a cool pull or something, I'll be a little bit bummed. So if you're personally not interested in this, I would say skip forward maybe like 4 to 5 minutes in the video to get to the Market Watch content. You should be able to see that chapter marker in there. But if not, we're going to go ahead and crack these open, and then we'll jump right into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. So in the most recent live stream that we did, which was yesterday, we did get some pretty cool pulls. It was a bit of a lengthier stream, but we're looking for Umbreon, and that is really the primary focus here. Both alternate arts, but preferably the VMAX would be really cool. So we got a Fighting Energy, Braviary, Lucky Ice Pop, Tentacruel, a Scraggy, Phoebus, Hitmonchan, Slakoth, Petlil, Litleo, and a rare Pinsir. I think it's the first one I've seen of this. Damage from your single strike Pokemon attacks isn't affected by resistance on your opponent. Pretty cool, though. Yeah, so we had a big opening last night, and I think out of 22 packs, we hit a decent number of Ultras. 7 or so. Just another green. Here's a code for anybody that wants it. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right, Grass Energy, Switching Cups, Tentacruel, Boldore, Eevee, Cutiefly, Pikachu, Applin, I don't know why I had trouble with that, Lillipup, a reverse Ampharos, and the rare is a Gourgeist, just in time for Halloween. Pretty cool. Reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. Does 60 damage for each Psychic Pokemon you find there. Definitely kind of neat. Seems like a big striker there. Okay. Hopefully we get something out of these 8 packs. These were all from blisters. I just opened them all before the video started to avoid the massive amount of time that would take. Another green code, folks. Why does that always happen? So discouraging. Alright, Psychic Energy, Crystal Cave, Toy Catcher, Raihan, Emolga, Tentacool, Pumpkaboo, Bagon, Love Disc, a reverse Carvana, and another rare Pinsir. Okay, keep going. I just would like to pull something. We got another green code. So that's 4 green codes so far. Alright, Fire Energy, Braviary, Switching Cups, Tentacruel, Swablu, Seedot, Woobat, Eevee, Timple, Tropius, one of my favorite Pokemon, and another Stoutland. We got a bunch of those last night. Alright, so that's halfway through. We've had all green. Can we get a white code? There's one. That's what we like to see. I don't know what it is, what it means, but there it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And let's see if we can get something cool out of these. We've got a Water Energy, Aroma Lady, Rescue Carrier, Scrafty, Drowsy, Flabebe, Roggenrola, Psyduck, Swablu, a Reverse Emolga, and Lycanroc VMAX. Full art. Well, it's a VMAX, so I think that's assumed. Nice! With Hunting Claw and Max Edge. That is a really cool looking VMAX, actually. Let's get a sleeve on that guy. Not the VMAX we were looking for, but it is really cool looking nonetheless. Gotta appreciate the art on those. I'll adjust the camera a little bit there. Okay. So far, 1 hit. Let's see if we can get another hit. I don't know what the ratios would be out of 8. We did. We got something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Feels glossy to me. Leaf Energy, Lombre, Scroll the Flying Dragon, Fletchinder, Pikachu, Pumpkaboo, Rufflet, Lotad, Emolga, a reverse Creogonal, and a Suicune V. That's actually a pretty good card, I think. Even the regular Ultra is over $10, so not bad. Suicune V. Really, really cool. I love the artwork on that. Suicune's my favorite of the legendary dogs by far. So that's really cool. Okay, next pack is another white code. So we are 2 for 2. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. 4, 1, 2. See what we got. We've got a Fire Energy Shopping Center, Herdier, Pyroar, Drowsy, Scraggy, Bagon, Woobat, Timpole, a Reverse Boost Shake, and a Hollow Rare Hydreigon with Dragon Counter. Cool looking, for sure. Okay, and the last pack. Last pack is also a white code. We split it straight down the middle, 4 and 4. So that's pretty good. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And let's see if there is anything cool in this last pack. We got a Water Energy, Skiploom, Fletchinder, Shopping Center, Lillipup, Emolga, Tentacool, Pumpkaboo, Bagon, a Reverse Zorua, and a Secret Rare Umbreon VMAX. Oh my, that is freaking amazing. Wow. Look at that. A Secret Rare Umbreon VMAX. It is not the alternate art, obviously. I would have had a much more insane reaction there. But this is freaking awesome. Everything about this card is gorgeous. It doesn't even do it justice on camera to look at this. And that is just insane. It does look like it's really well centered as well. Maybe a little bit off top to bottom, but look at that. Umbreon VMAX Secret Rare. What a hit. What an awesome, awesome pull there as part of this opening. Thank you guys so much for watching this part of the video. I'm going to jump to the Market Watch content now, so if you guys skip through, then, you at least appreciate you checking it out. Hit the video with a like, and we're going to keep going because we still have not hit the alternate art, but this was definitely the best opening of Evolving Skies that we have had so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty, so welcome back into Ion Market. Pretty cool opening. That was definitely a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, those of you that did watch. But let's talk about why we're mostly here, and that is for the market. Bingo Machine Go is one I just wanted to point out here. It's very interesting because the Secret Rare seems to have surpassed the Ultra for the most part. Obviously, Ultra boxes of White Dragon Abyss are a lot more expensive as a whole, but the Secret Rare is technically the highest rarity, and it does look really nice in my opinion. It does look like there's only 28 listings of this available. Some of them are photo listings. I don't think those count towards the overall, but it's around $16 a piece and just keeps rising. I do think if you pick these up back around like 8 to 9 when the set first came out, and we talked about it on previous market watches, you're definitely sitting pretty now. Blue Eyes is getting a new card in the Megatins, but obviously people anticipate more support over time. It is Blue Eyes, so it would not be the most surprising thing to see that get more support. Overall, this is definitely one to keep an eye on if you want them. I do think the trajectory seems to be going up still, so you might want to grab it before you lose the opportunity to do so. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is up to $91. It was at $100 for a while earlier in the week when the ban list was announced. Some listings, as recently as yesterday, over $100. Somebody overpaid at $130. But there's 45 listings. People are competing to try to make sales. A lot of people maybe thought this was going to get banned. It didn't, and obviously now, people are, going out to pick it back up if they had sold theirs previously. And some people may have extras or they're not using it anymore, selling it in anticipation of the new Destiny Hero stuff. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's still pretty high, and it's a card that you're going to end up having to pay on if you want it. I don't reasonably see a reprint of this card at all in 2021. Maybe next year in a March reprint set or something, but I do expect Dragoon to be a selling point of whatever product it ends up in. Fusion Destiny is really high up there now, too, at about $15 a copy with very low listings. This is for both copies, and this is essentially a 3 of in anything that's playing the new Destiny hero, Phoenix Enforcer. Obviously, heroes themselves will play it, but that's going to be a package in a lot of decks, and Fusion Destiny is much better than Red Eyes Fusion because it does not lock you out of summoning for the turn and only restricts you to dark heroes after it's activated, so it has a lot more utility and can be super useful. It's only got the 2 prints, one in the 2020 Tin of Memories and one in Dark Neostorm, and both are upwards of $15. I would say if you want it, it's probably going to continue to rise a little. We've seen it with Red Eyes Fusion. The difference with Red Eyes Fusion Super Rare was that it was in Clash of Rebellions, which is an older set and was definitely a lot harder to pull foils from. But this could easily break 20, or it could fall back out. I just don't see it falling out unless they give us another copy of it, because it is obviously a high demand card. It could be a secret rare if we get a Legendary Duelist Season 3, or some people are speculating maybe some of the Vision heroes get reprinted in Brothers of Legend, so maybe if they throw those in there, we could get this in there, but that would be wishful thinking. I truly don't expect that to happen. though it would be awesome. And Destiny Hero Plasma is in one of the upcoming sets with its alternate art, so just some food for thought there. Verte Anaconda, the last piece of that package, also up a lot, around $70 almost, although there are some listings that are a bit lower here. 65, one with 0 reputation, but $62. I mean, you take the gamble on this and then, always file a claim with TCG Player if for some reason they didn't send to you, but a lot of times what people try to do is they'll make lower sales so they can actually get sales and get reputation, so you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons there. Anaconda, I would be very surprised to see get a reprint this year as well. I know that's kind of a theme, but it would be cool if they put it in Maximum Gold, so I guess we'll see what the plan is. Either way, this is going to be an integral part of the Destiny Hero package, so you're definitely going to want to have it. Ready Fusion just keeps going up, no surprise there. It's at 35 with 55 listings left. This is a really good card. We don't have Max C in the TCG right now, unfortunately, so Ready Fusion as a whole is a lot more useful here than it is there because it is a trigger for Max C. But people are playing this in decks like Bee Trooper, as well as water decks for Bahamut Shark. There's just a lot of reasons to look at this card, and it does feel like it is going to continue to rise as there is no Dawn of Majesty reprints for at least a year, and that means it's going to be a pretty safe investment for what you're going to get out of it. Emergency Teleport, all copies have gone up. The Ghost from the Past around $7 to $8, really good value if you had some of these from like bulk opening Ghost from the Past. Anything in that set that can have some value is pretty good. Secret Rare Emergency Teleport from Legendary Collection 5Ds is up a ton, around $30 with very few listings. This is obviously, Legendary Collection 5Ds as a whole is just really hard. This is the mid-level rarity of this. Some people speculate a collector rare in Grand Creators, which would be really cool if they did go that route, but it remains to be seen whether or not they will do it. Number F0, Utopic Future Draco, just getting a little bit of a bump up to about $20. 100 listings, so it's still readily accessible, but I would definitely caution to get this sooner rather than later if you anticipate playing it, because it's still a really good price for what the card is and how useful it can be. And once the Utopia support comes out, there'll be a lot more practical ways to utilize this to rank 4 spam with things like the Utopic Onomatopoeia and such. So just food for thought, like I said, but keep your eye on this. I would grab it sooner just in case, because it's a pretty good price, and you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of it. Who knows how long? I mean, Toon Chaos has been out for over a year and a half, and we haven't gotten any reprints from that, and King's Court will likely follow that same trajectory. Live Twin Kill Frost from Lightning Overdrive is up to $15, almost $20, actually pretty much at $20 if you disregard this one listing. I talked about this card back when it was $6 and said it'd be a really good pickup. I know other people on other market watches have covered it as well, so I'm not surprised at all to see the value bump, but just wanted to mention it at least. This is a really good card for the deck. It does give them access to Bahamut Shark, which is kind of a cute little interaction that they have going in some cases, because you can make Toad with 2 copies of this. But more often than not, it's just really good in general because of what it actually does for the deck. I'm just pointing out some other interactions. Lightning Overdrive continues to get some stuff like this, so it seems to be going up little by little. Certain cards in the set start to get some value bumps. Ready Rose Dragon is up as well. Mubeta Fafnir is up a little, but not anything crazy. And then you've got cards like Albion the Branded Dragon that have seen a bit of a bump. So it's improving, but it's still got a lot of work. Engraver of the Mark has flopped completely, in my opinion. People are picking this up to counter Crossout Designator. I don't think it's good. I think you're better off playing something like Lancia. It's very specific, and I guess it does have some niche uses in the sense that you can make your opponent banish something, but I do feel like most of the time you're going to probably want something else. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I would avoid just overpaying on this. It is a rare in Genesis Impact, so you can get it incredibly cheap if you really want to have a set just in case. I just think that overall people are going to go towards better options with this card because I just don't think it's that great. Fallen of Albaz has not dropped anywhere near as much as I had hoped it would, selfishly, because I am looking to pick them up. $28 still on the Secret Rares, and the Ultras are pre-selling at $13 here. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, they were pre-selling at $9.99, and Tier 0 had them a little bit higher. So, I think a little bit lower at $7.99, but this is still very pricey. I'm just hoping it'll continue to fall once the tins are actually there. It's getting a structure deck. We know that. There's a lot of hype around it. The OG version will definitely hold some value, but I'm hoping it's not still 27 by the time all is said and done. Arch Nemesis Escados is up to $11. This took a little while to get the bump, but it did miss the tins. It's a cute card. A lot of people like some of the interactions with it, and it's unique in the sense that it doesn't have any other accessible prints, and Eternity Code is pretty much out of stock now everywhere. 27 listings. This is up. I don't really see it falling out too much just because I don't expect it to be replenished in mass quantities, so unless we get a reprint for this down the road, it's probably going to stay around an $8 to $10 card. Ultimate Rare Pot of Duality for the high-end Market Watch has been cleared off the market completely with a decent... It's just one of those cards that I think there's not a lot left. English is about $200 a piece. You can get playset for just under 600. It is a really nice ulti, and it's definitely old as shit now at this point, Astral Pack 5. But if you're a high rarity collector, just be aware the market for this is very low in terms of actually being able to pick them up. And lastly today, Kakimeru's Supplier is up to about $15. This is a really good card in Adamancipator. It missed the Mega Tins, and they do have pretty much the deck is going to be super cheap now outside of this, so it makes sense that value displacement would cause this to go up. It's Rise of the Duelist, so it's not accessible, and there are very few listings here, so I would say maybe wait a little bit at this point, because I do hope people will start to list some copies and make some sales, but I don't know if that'll actually happen because there's just not much of it to be replenished. So that's going to do it for today's Ion Market. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and comment if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with everything. We got some live openings coming up pretty soon. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I appreciate all of you who take the time to watch, and have a great day.